The objectives for this teaching episode are listed here. Participants will define zone of proximal development, or ZPD, and connect the foundational theories that formulated this concept. Participants will compare the zone of proximal development to scaffolding. The zone of proximal development is defined here. As defined by Vygotsky in 1978, the zone of proximal development is the distance between the actual developmental level as determined by independent problem solving and the level of potential development. The work of Lev Vygotsky has become the foundation of much research in theory and cognitive development over the past several decades, particularly of what's become known as the social developmental theory. Vygotsky's theory stressed the fundamental role of social interaction. Here are three graphic representations of the zone of proximal development. It is important to realize that the zone of proximal development is a moving target. As the learner gains new skills and abilities, this zone moves progressively forward. Let's look at the graphic on the left. Understanding the zone of proximal development and its benefits and uses can help students. The zone of proximal development provides a learning environment where students are valued as individuals, a collaborative group, and a class. It includes meaningful instruction and feedback. The zone of proximal development provides several benefits for teachers. First, it helps to identify and use areas of strengths and weaknesses to tailor learning experiences to individual students. It assists in the discovering. In order to move a student through the zone of proximal development, a teacher may utilize the strategy of scaffolding. Scaffolding refers to a variety of instructional strategies used to move students progressively towards stronger understanding and ultimately greater There are several strategies that exist to support the scaffolding of students' learning. This graphic shows just a few. Starting with this top middle is the use of first language. Moving to the right, reading aloud, modeling. There are several references that exist that helped design this teaching episode. They can also be utilized by you to learn more about this innovative strategy. Vygotsky is listed twice because, once again, if you remember, in order to complete the performance assessment, we're going to see what we have learned. The following is a question that you will need to answer. It is multiple choice. The question is, which answer below best describes the zone of proximal development, or Z? Correct. The term zone of proximal development means answer A. Click where it says here to continue on to the next question. That is not the correct answer. The term zone of proximal development means A, the distance between the actual developmental level as determined by independent problem solving and the level of potential development as determined through problems. Which of the answers below is not a strategy for scaffolding? A, graphic organizers. B, sentence structures or starters. C, modeling. Correct. Rote memorization is not a scaffolding strategy. Click where it says here to continue on to the next question. That is the incorrect answer. You have chosen a term that is a scaffolding strategy. Click on the top where it says here to try again, or click below where it says here to review the information again. Click on the image below that does not represent an example of the zone of proximal development, or ZPD. Correct. This is not an example of the zone of proximal development. Click where it says here to continue. Incorrect. You have chosen an image that is an example of the zone of proximal development. Click where it says here to try again on top, or click below where it says here to review the information. Congratulations, and thank you for completing this teaching episode on the zone of proximal development. Click where it says here to start from the beginning, or exit the program by pressing the Escape button on your keyboard.